Is this USB keyboard controller really worth $200? Let's go ahead and find out. What's up you guys, this is Johnny of Johnny Cell Productions here to give you a detailed review of my M-Audio Keystation 88 MIDI USB keyboard controller. Enough with the long name, let's get started. For quite an affordable keyboard controller like this one, its build is lightweight and resilient. I'm not surprised that M-Audio really cares about the solidity of their products. Though with the $200 price point, what I just said may be questionable if you plan to use this keyboard for gigs that may involve hard partying, roughhousing, reckless behavior, etc. If some keyboard band member were to go berserk for whatever reason and they so happen to be using this keyboard and then they apparently throw it across the stage and lands hard on the floor, the state of the keyboard's condition may be unpredictable because I honestly have not been using this keyboard as much as I should have been. The reason being is because I have been very busy with college and other life events that have been taking up my time from utilizing it as I should have. However, as M-Audio seems to be a very reliable company from what I've heard and seen about them, I wouldn't worry too much about the overall durability of the keyboard. Another thing I shouldn't forget to mention is that the control buttons, pitch and modulation wheels, and the volume slider are well built and function as you should expect them to. Just a reminder that since this is a keyboard controller, it does not have internal speakers and therefore you need to connect any compatible devices like a PC, Mac, or iOS device in order to use it, nor does it include the stand it's currently on behind me. My rating for the build quality is an 8 out of 10. This decently priced USB keyboard also has some great features packed into it, which are the following. 88 full-size velocity-sensitive semi-weighted keys, hence the 88 at the end of Keystation. USB to MIDI connection for playing virtual instruments, controlling recording software, and more. 5-pin MIDI output to trigger external MIDI devices. Transport and directional buttons let you operate your DAW from your keyboard. Pitch bend, modulation, and octave controls for expressive performances, as well as a volume slider that I have mentioned a bit earlier. Lightweight design for easy use and portability. iOS compatibility using the Apple iPad camera connection kit, which is sold separately. Plus, it also includes these software, like Ableton Live Lite, a powerful music performance and creation software. Then, the Sonavox 88 Ensemble, a virtual piano instrument that captures a 9-foot CD327 Steinway piano. And lastly, it also includes Air Music Tech XPad 2, a multi-trembole all-in-one workstation. A cool thing about the USB connection is that the keyboard is class compliant or plug and play, meaning that there are no drivers required to be installed when you plug the keyboard to your computer via USB. Along with that, you do have the option to power the keyboard with a 9-volt DC 200 mA center positive power supply, which is sold separately. It has very decent MIDI controls on the keyboard, including being able to switch octaves, transpose the key, and the such. And last but not least, there are inputs at the back of the keyboard that allow you to plug in a 1/4-inch sustain pedal and volume pedal for the variety of virtual instruments you will be able to play back on. For a keyboard controller at this price range, it does have an abundant amount of features that should satisfy anyone looking for this kind of MIDI controller, which means that my rating for the features is a 10 out of 10. Out of the times I was able to fully play on this keyboard, the feel of the semi-weighted keys is fine if you are on a budget. Though if you really want to get the performance authenticity of the weighted keys that are found on more expensive keyboard controllers and on upright and grand pianos, then I would advise that you look elsewhere. Because if you strictly want weighted keys for the keyboard controller, the Keystation 88 may not be what you want, as semi-weighted keys are slightly springier than weighted keys. The $200 price tag was to be expected to accommodate the overall cost of the keyboard. If you are considering on getting this keyboard because you have no other option, then I would recommend that you play on it for as often as possible in order to get used to the feel of the keys in order for it to be worth the investment. My rating for the performance is a 7.5 out of 10. When it comes to it, it certainly looks like an affordable addition to any music studio or DAW for years to come. With great build quality, an abundance of features, and good performance qualities, the Keystation 88 looks very reliable on my book. My rating for the reliability is an 8.5 out of 10. If you are looking to start composing, remixing, or performing keyboard synth music on a tight budget with an incredible amount of useful features packed in, the Keystation 88 from M-Audio may be for you. Don't forget though that it is your decision to make if you would like to get this keyboard controller or not. My final rating for the Keystation 88 is, let's put it simply, an 8.5 out of 10. I hope this review really helped you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. And one more thing guys, if you really enjoy my content, please consider sponsoring me on Patreon, as it is a very good platform to help content creators like myself thrive. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.